All right, Rob, you mentioned it, and I'm watching it right now on TNT. Ben Simmons they just showed him walking in to the arena in Philadelphia, not on the court. So it was just, underneath the arena, the tunnel and all that. So fans haven't really seen him yet. He was walking into the locker room. But tonight, Ben Simmons will play his first game in Philadelphia not only since being traded from the Sixers to the Brooklyn Nets last year, but since, Rob, his career-altering meltdown against the Atlanta Hawks in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, when he would not shoot. He was terrible from the free throw line. They were doing the hack-a-bin. He shot like 34% from the line. And then he was passed up a critical layup, to try to get it to a teammate. And it looks so far like a lot of fans, Rob, were taking pictures with him. So that's good. I mean, it's not about being cruel. Fans can boo him all you want. That's their right. And we get it.
We've always said that. We're as long as you don't do anything, and Chris, make it racial or obscene or anything like that, I have no issue with stuff. That. Right. Exactly. Fans have a right to boo. Just like people accept the cheers, right? when you're in the game-winning shot.
Absolutely. So what are your thoughts on this return, Rob? I mean, Ben, let's set it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say,
he's playing some great ball. He started off the season not putting up numbers at all, fouled out a few times. They've moved him to point center.
Because he started for Nick Claxton the other day, didn't he?
He started
at center.
And he's played well. The last 3 games, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists a game, Rob, on, get this, 85% shooting from the floor, 22 for 26. Basically, all he does is take layups and a jump hook here or there. But he's been great. I mean, the last game against Memphis, and granted, it was an injury-depleted Grizzlies team. No Ja, no Desmond Bane, no Jaren Jackson.
He still had to put the ball in.
He was great. He dominated the game, and I'm not even talking about his scoring. I mean, he had 22, I think.
Right.
But it was his pushing the ball in transition, his defense, and his passing was contagious. And the ball was moving with the Nets. Guys were cutting and getting backdoor layups and stuff. So they could be pretty good if Ben gets back to what he was in Philly. I don't know if it maybe beyond that. But he's looked good the last 3 games. So he's coming in there tonight on a high note. So we'll see, Rob, what he does tonight. But what are you expecting?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just saying, Chris, from this standpoint, and I know he's been much maligned, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? When you're a big guy like that at the basket and you don't attempt to shoot, people are going to turn on you, okay? And he got the business for that, and rightfully so. But when he says, I'm starting, like, I hate to play the role of doctor or act like we know what somebody's feeling. And, I know he's getting his knee drained, right, Chris? And he's doing, he's had the back issue.
He had the back surgery.
Yeah, I mean, these are real medical things that he's had. And now that he's saying, and I'm reading this stuff, and he's like, I feel like I'm getting closer or getting back to, you know what I mean, where I feel confident enough and I could play. I'm gonna respect that and not make it that everything was always about him being afraid to play. And maybe there was a part of the medical or the injury part, Chris, that maybe made him passive or and not.
I don't think that would have been in Philly.
No. I'm talking about since
in Brooklyn.
With the slow start. Right? The slow start. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Philly. The slow start here. And it's funny because we just were talking, there was the Christian Winfield, right? Chris from the Daily News in New York, who covers the Nets.
Right.
And it was funny because he was saying that he thought that it was coming, that, he kind of said that that was before the big game. Yeah, he
definitely bought into
Am I right?
the notion that it's more physical.
Right.
And Ben's admitted that he does have the challenges mentally, said that's day by day. But, yeah, I mean, he's been talking about that. And, I mean, here's the thing, Rob. I think it threw people off because, obviously, in Philadelphia, it was mental. He wasn't even saying it was physical. And at that point, maybe it wasn't. And then in Philadelphia, he obviously wasn't playing. He really wasn't doing much basketball related stuff, at least not from a team standpoint. He may have been working out individually. So then when he goes to Brooklyn, like, remember, it just seemed like, and it's not just us assuming, all the reporting and everything, even stuff coming from him, was that it was mental. He just didn't want to play for Philadelphia. And so when he gets traded, you're expecting him to get out there. He never does. And then all of a sudden, it's a back injury. So I think people did assume, oh, man, this dude just
he's
don't
faking
wanna play.
it. No, that's what,
right.
You know what I mean? I agree, Chris. I think that there were people like, here we go. You know, he's going
Right.
to because stuff like that, before he actually had surgery or whatever, you don't know. I mean, I remember
Well,
being,
right. You got to give him the credit. I mean, surgery, like, nobody's going to have surgery.
Exactly.
Right?
Ain't no doctor going to perform surgery,
Right.
Chris. Ask your wife if she doesn't see anything. She's not going to cut
you're
somebody
not doing
open if
anything.
you're a surgeon and be like, oh, yeah, we'll just we'll go open you up. No, we're not opening you up unless you need to be opened up. It's just that simple. It's just different to see him now a little bit. And if they get the Ben Simmons, you talked about it the other day. He don't have to score 40 points, Chris. That's not what they need from him. They need what he's doing right now the last couple of games.
Absolutely.
Right?
His defense has been better, too.
And he rebounds.
And that's what he
and
does.
He can handle
He's
the
one
ball.
of the better defenders, yep. He can do everything except shoot.
Right.
He really can. I mean, and when you have Durant and Kyrie and Seth Curry and Joe Harris, I mean, they've got a host of shooters, Rob. So we said it before, I don't know if it was before the trade, but certainly when he was traded, that he could be a great fit with Kyrie and Durant.
100%, Chris. He fits like Westbrook didn't fit with the Lakers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
right. Absolutely. He gives them, they need a defense. He's
big size.
Yeah,
right?
they got him playing a lot of center, and that's why he's fouling out some, because he is guarding some bigger guys. But I also think Rob, he hadn't played in a year and a half. And so I think that maybe was a factor as well. Just being on the court, getting back in the rhythm. This is the highest level of basketball. So I'm happy for him. I think most people, and I that's what you kind of see in Philly, even with the people wanting to take pictures. I'm sure they're going to boo and rock us.
No, they'll boo him. And Chris,
right.
And rightfully so, because, like we thought we were, what was it called? The process?
Trust the process?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we thought that was a process going on, and he was going to be a part of it. And then when he didn't want to be there anymore, that throws a monkey wrench into, they thought they were going to have a shot at winning a championship. And it was going to be Ben and Embiid, right. Yeah, they thought that those two were going to get it done, and they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Didn't they do it twice? I know
they
once for sure.
I don't know if they got to the conference final.
Oh, they lost in the second. Well, I was thinking
they were going out in the second
when
round.
They lost to Toronto. That was the second round.
That was the second round.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking that was the to get to the finals. But my point is, people thought that there was a process going on and that they had a shot at it, and then he doesn't want to be there.
Right. So, but it's hopefully. I mean, just for as basketball fans, you hope that this guy can become the player that he's got the potential to be. Because, Rob, he was fantastic at LSU. Now, there's some guys, and we're going to open it up to the listeners in a moment, but there's the physical issues we've talked about. There are the mental issues. And then, Rob, you're talking to people around the league, there are questions about his motor. Does he love the game? I've had a few people I spoke to last week about Ben tell me, these are executives in the league, that you got to stay away from him. He will get you fired. Like trading for him will get you fired. So there are those that wonder how much he loves the game, and they look at the fact that he's not even to the point where he's taking jump shots yet, and they look at that as he don't love it. He hasn't worked hard enough even to overcome that mental block. So we'll see, but it's going to be a big one tonight. Unfortunately, Philadelphia, Rob, depleted. No Joel Embiid, no James Harden, no Tyrese Maxey. Those are their three best players.
That sounds like a best bet to me. I don't know about you.
It might be a good one. You never know. Sometimes in the NBA, strange things
No,
happen.
I know.
But yeah,
I know.
Philadelphia
but to have
injury depleted.
and the Nets having all three of their guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
With Ben Simmons playing better.
Nets cannot. They should not they can't afford to take anybody lightly.
No. They haven't done. No, they just need to stay healthy and keep playing, Chris. This is what we've been waiting to see for a long time. I just want to see this.